That's so goddamn rude. Why does everyone all of a sudden have to move? I've had 2 hours to move around. Wait 10 minutes.
What's with the bleeping?
Hey.
It's the whole reason why we're playing it today over here for a second time.
Were we supposed to say fucking over it?
Maybe that beep wasn't ours.
No. I
Say it.
What happened, Opie?
I fucked up.
How?
Played the wrong one.
You fucked up by letting E-Rock do something.
Yeah, no, I fucked up.
How?
I had a scary murderer chase me all night long in my dream.
Oh, honey.
To the point where the dream was so exhausting, I had to wake up. It was more exhausting than scary.
Oh. Yeah.
I'd find a place to hide in a town or something, and next thing you know, I get some kind of
Scary murderers right there.
I get some communique that he's getting close again, so then I have to take off again. This dream was exhausting, and I woke up and I slapped my face a few times. Just wake up, shake up the brain so the brain forgets this dream, and we'll try another dream.
What are you afraid
I
of
love
facing?
nightmares. I fucking love nightmares.
No, he did. He's
That's
not
what that
afraid. He
is.
faced it. That
No.
means you worked it out.
He was running away from it, and it keeps getting close.
Yeah,
and
no,
he
but
keeps hiding.
no, when you work
Dream
hard at
analyzing blows.
No, I'm very good at it.
Dream analyzing.
No,
One
you're
time
not.
I dreamt I was
all
flying.
dreams mean the same thing. It's the Jews trying to control your mind. That's what every dream is. Every dream is that.
But I'm tired because it was exhausting. It was just exhausting.
Nightmares are exciting. They're fun. I love having nightmares. The scarier, the better. You wake up, you're like, holy fuck. But it's like you were in some cool movie. And then you're up and everything's fine. You had, and I've talked about this before, you have like the hugest life-threatening fucking problems.
Right.
And in a second, they're gone when you wake up. It's like, that's fixed.
That is the
Thank
greatest.
God, because I was up for murder of somebody.
I have
now I'm
the one
fine.
I have all the time is being in an airplane and we're flying like through a city, I'm like, there's no way we're not hitting those buildings.
I've had the one.
And the pilot's like apologizing. I know we're a little low. Please bear with me. But the thing about that dream every time is that I tell myself, this time this is not a dream. I always dream this.
Yeah.
But this is real. And I'm just sure it's real.
I have that one all the time. We go to take off. It's always on takeoff, and there's trees and a field, and I'm like, oh my God, I could hear we don't have enough power.
Yep.
We're not off the ground, and we're going into the trees. Always.
Right.
And the plane never fucking takes off right.
No.
and I'm the same way. I go, I know this is a dream. But every time it happens, like, holy shit, why the fuck?
That's your mind telling you. It's a symbolic of being afraid that your plane is going to hit something.
But that's abstract. You really go deep.
Anthony's onto something, though. When you wake up from a horrific dream where you think you're going to prison for life, I don't know, whatever it is, and you wake up and realize it was just a dream, it is the greatest feeling ever.
That's the biggest one I have all the time is I'm just hanging out, and then it hits me, and my memory goes, wait a minute, I fucking helped people kill somebody.
Well, that's what I always have a dream that I murdered people.
Yeah,
and that
they're buried somewhere.
Like someone, I'm in a room and they're knocking on the door to make me pay for my murders.
Really?
And I'm like, that's it. This is the end.
See, I don't get that. I get the one where I've killed somebody, and they're after years, they're on to me. Like the cops are starting to come to the door and go, we found something, and then I'm like, and I start thinking, I'm gonna fucking be in prison for my whole life because I did do this. I'm like, I did it. And then you wake up and go, good.
I
Case
dreamt that I was driving a bus. I drove a bus into a crowded intersection and plowed down about 40 people and killed them.
Fantastic.
And then everybody was at the bus windows, banging on the windows, trying to get in at me.
That's actually what I jerk off to.
And then I woke up and thought, oh, thank God.
I dreamt the other day, and this is the truth, and I actually talked about this in therapy.
Yeah.
I dreamt that my mother walked into my room, but the room I live in now, and took a cat litter box full of cat shit and dumped it into the trash in my bathroom. And I said, don't do that. Don't leave that in here. And she belligerently dumped the cat shit into my fucking bathroom garbage can and then walked out.
Wow.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I actually dreamt
Hopefully it means something, not just I don't want mom dumping cat shit.
I actually dreamt the other night. I have a friend who doesn't talk to me anymore. Like, I have a friend who broke up with me.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I wrote him an email saying, I'm not sure what happened, but I miss your friendship. And he never wrote back. He just doesn't talk to me anymore. And I had this dream the other night that I was at his father's funeral. I don't think his father is really dead, but that he's Jewish, and that at Jewish funeral, his father gets put into a giant garlic, a big head of garlic,
clove of garlic, or head, whatever.
A big giant head of garlic, and that he wanted me to carry this big head of garlic to the funeral.
Means a lot to the Jewish people.
But it wasn't part. He's like, I just need you to carry it to the thing and then stop, and then we'll take it from there. Like, I was just carrying his dead father in a giant garlic as a favor, and he wouldn't even, I'm trying to make small talk with him. He wouldn't even talk to me while I'm doing it. And then at one point he's like, okay, that's far enough. Like, because I'm not Jewish, he wouldn't let me come the rest of the way.
Well, selfish. Maybe he was sad about his father being dead. You're thinking it's about you.
That's
Maybe
right.
He's fucking sad that the man who raised him is now in a garlic head being carried by a fucking redheaded creep.
So maybe he should have
fucking snotty Jew. Who gives a shit?
But wait, now
that's the oddest thing too. When dead people show up in your dreams, and stuff, and you hang out. Like, my father occasionally pops into my dreams.
That's real, by the way.
And then you're like,
that's real stuff.
You're like hanging out and talking. It's like, hey, you don't even think twice about it. And then you wake up and go, ew, that was creepy. He's been dead. He's
still alive in your dreams.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, there's actual communication going on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, if you read a book or two on near-death experience.
How come it's usually hanging out talking and not driving drunk in his pickup truck with me in the passenger seat, scared shitless?
What is he saying to you in the dreams?
Nothing.
They're
it's like
people, Anthony.
It's small
Don't
talk.
hate them that much. They're people.
No, he wouldn't say that.
No, you must.
In anyone's wildest dreams.
He's making sure you carry the torch for the Kumias.
Yes.
Do not forget the lessons I taught you when you were 5 years old. Or you just wanted to go outside and play. Well, this guy says, Tom in Philly, I had a dream that the show I listened to 5 hours a day once pretended to drop bra bombs on a TV station. What a nightmare.
Then he woke up and realized, we never did that.
Yeah.
I'll never bring that up.
And then you get Thomas from Dallas. Were you dreaming, Opie, that you were the young Opie and the older Opie was out to kill you for the blimp thing? Linger longer.
Should have.
All right, back to Chris Berman.
It's interesting because the two things I know about you is running away, scared.
What do you mean?
Because the one story that really resonates to me about you is the one where they taught you about sex in school.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
horrific.
then told you that your parents know, and then you ran into a tree.
Come
down.
An apple tree.
An apple tree.
You know,
a very poetic tree.
I was 11.
It wasn't even like a fern. It was an apple
I was
tree.
11
like
or 12.
That's the real George Washington story, by the way.
Well, I was, back when you're 11 or 12, you're getting your sex, knowledge from other kids that sort of like get a tidbit here. That was good enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
To see the film and then be warned that the parents are prepared for you to come home from school so you could have a longer discussion on this, I wasn't ready for that.
No.
I just wasn't ready.
Totally.
And your parents know. What?
And there's no exaggeration because I as a kid I loved climbing trees. The taller the better. I mean I would get kind of crazy with the climbing of the trees, and I ran right up the apple tree, and I remember like it was yesterday. My dad looking up at me going, "Come on, it's not gonna be that bad. Come down."
No, it is.
We'll just talk for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, no. It was
But that's interesting because that fear. Which is not everybody reacts to that with that kind of fear. No, I know, but not everybody reacts with fear to that situation.
Right.
You react to it with fear. And there's something about that and your fear and these dreams, these exhausting running away
Well, your
things.
hormones have
I
to...
think it's the same person.
You know what it comes down to, though, in that case? When you're learning about sex, your hormones got to be ready. They got to match up.
That's right.
Like, I developed very late. So for a 12-year-old, I still want to hang out with my G.I. Joes and my stupid bike with the baseball card that made the noise a little bit. I wasn't ready for that crap. Your hormones got to be ready. You start feeling some shit. You're like, all right, tell me what this is. I need to know if this is cool or not.
Showing my dick to the retarded girl down the street.
It was all about just sex at that point.
11 or 12?
No, believe me, it was
7th grade, isn't it?
Oh, I was fucking 2nd grade.
2nd grade?
Yeah.
Third grade,
it was always about, like, the girls with me growing up and being a kid. Like, the first time I kissed a girl, I think I was probably 6 in the basement of this shitty apartment building. And then she started kissing this other kid named Keith right in front of me. I was like, you fucking little bitch. I didn't say that. I was like, you poopy head or something.
No, I remember in 3rd grade there was a girl named Debbie Fuller in our class, and we all talked about wanting
I fucked the shit out of her.
Yeah, she was
in 3rd grade. And one time I was in class, and we had this little loft that you could climb in third grade in my classroom, and John Ryan was in there, this fat kid, and he had his little dick out, and he was jerking it off and saying, "I want to fuck Debbie." And everyone was just sitting around. We were all just sitting around, and one of us had his dick out, and he was jacking off. Third grade.
Jesus Christ.
My daughter's in kindergarten.
Where did he get that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where
I was way behind.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have any of those stories from when I was younger.
I remember I loved Kelly Howell when I was in second or third grade. I had such a crush on her, but I had shit my pants a lot in school.
You shit your pants a lot?
You were a pants shitter?
Horrendous. It would always smell like rust. And I was standing in line one time, and Kelly Howell was right behind me, and she's like, "Did you go poops in your pants?" And it was my first attempt at sarcasm. I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
It doesn't work when it's true.
No, of course it doesn't.
No.
It was a confirmation that I had indeed flat. It looked like a shit nail head. Like I had flattened it by sitting on it. It was cool. There's nothing worse than fucking cold, rusty smelling shit in your underpants.
Oh, that is horrid. And she knew you shit yourself.
How could she not have? As I was standing there stiff-legging, trying to get out, smelling like shit. I shit my pants all the time in school because I only wanted to shit at home.
I remember I shit my pants in school once, and it was like I just basically coated the inside of my underwear with diarrhea. And I went to the bathroom, and while I'm in the stall, Michael Boyven, the toughest kid in school, and his gang came into the bathroom.
Come on, Woim.
Yeah, exactly. And I was standing on the toilet with my shit underwear in my hands, just praying that he wouldn't kick the door open and find me there.
Would you have been embarrassed?
And I had no choice. I ate it. What else could I do? What else could I do?
I wish Michael Boyden would have found that fucking underwear in your hand. You might not be here today. It might be
I wouldn't be right here.
Kill you.
No, I'd be with him right now. I'd be married to him.
My best shit story happened when I was 31 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've told it a couple times. Rick, our old producer for this radio show, I was down in Florida, and I was meeting his what would be his future wife for the first time, and it was a big deal. And we went out and we had a little lunch, whatever. And I had an upset stomach all day. And it was when like boxer shorts were really in, so you're a little looser, right? And I had shorts on, and I had like sandals on, and I was saying goodbye on their stoop, and I thought I could sneak out just a little bubble fart. And this is a true story, man. A little nugget fell out, rolled down my leg, bounced off my sandal, and just rolled to the front of
Take that with you.
Like down to their feet?
Oh, pretty much. It could have been more perfect.
You know,
how it just rolled and landed right
That
at
was
their
my
feet.
last milk dud. Get all mad.
That's how they say goodbye in some countries. That's actually how you say
That's
goodbye.
like, that's a cookie in Haiti.
That's how I met his future wife, and then I said,
That's how they fell in love?
I don't feel good, and then I just shit my brains for the next 6 to 8 hours or something like that. I ended up not leaving. I had to lay down back in their place. I ended up having just food poisoning or something was going on.
Shit myself.
It was
shit myself.
It was just one little nugget, and I was already in my 30s.
Oh my God! When I was on writing on Conan, I was a writer there, and I was laying awake in bed one morning, not getting up yet, and I was sleeping in just underwear, no shirt for some reason. I usually sleep in shirt and underwear. And I just laying there and about, planning to fart. and just shit. I just shit in my underwear. And for some reason, the fact that I was in bed, mostly naked, it just really upset me. And I was really bummed. And then my phone rang, and it was my friend Dino, who was one of my guys I wrote with on Conan. And I told him what happened. I said, I just feel I don't want to get out of bed now. I don't know. I just don't want to move. This was the grossest thing ever happened to me. Deal with it. And then I got out of bed. I cleaned up. And I went to work, and I opened the door, and the writer's assistant, this woman says, "Hey, I heard you shit your underwear this morning." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And every single person came up to me. Conan said, "Hey, how did that go? Shitting in your underwear?" and I go to Dino, and I said, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "I assumed you wanted me to tell everybody."
Why wouldn't you?
Right?
You wouldn't have told me.
Didn't you tell me so I could spread the news before you got to work?
Amazing.
I piss the bed stories when I was a kid. I think the last time though wasn't one of those, if you're just a kid you piss the bed, because I never did that. It was kind of when you're in your early teens almost, and you dream that you're taking a piss.
Yes.
Right.
So you're laying in bed and you're dreaming that you're just taking this fucking wicked piss.
Wicked
piss. And you wake up and go like, oh boy. Pissed all over the fucking bed.
Do you know I did that with that dream when Louie and I were in Bonnaroo a few years, 2003, in the Tennessee. I woke up in my hotel bed and I was fucking, my sheets were, I pissed my bed. This was a couple years ago.
Wet dreams are fucking great.
When I was like,
you just come and you fucking shoot a load in your sleep.
Just to stay with piss for a second. When I was in like first grade, I remember I was in my bedroom just being confused, and I pissed on my bed, like standing there.
That is confusing.
I pissed on my bed, and I remember thinking, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
I just pissed on it, and then I didn't let anybody in my room for a while. I just said, please don't go in there, and it just got stiff with piss, and it was really depressing.
Get rid of that bed.
So what about coming in your bed?
Yeah, like when you have a wet dream, and those are just for the very youthful. Right. I don't think I've had one of those in fucking decades. But I do remember you come like in a second, because in your dream, I guess you've been so worked up that in real life you got a rod and you're humping your bed or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then when this dream girl, the girl in the dream, has her clothes off and you just like touch your dream dick to her dream pussy. Yeah. Dream cum comes out all over the fucking place. Yes. And then in real life, you're just shooting your load all over.
You know, a lot of times...
But in your dream, it's like, it feels amazing.
But a lot of times you're not rubbing in your dream, by the way.
No, you
have just so much, like, sperm built up.
That's amazing, that complete mental fucking thing then, and there's no physical pumping.
But that's why you don't have many wet dreams if you have an active, sex life. You gotta really...
Yeah, dry yourself off.
I've never had one.
That's why,
because you're just jacking.
Wet dreams are amazing.
There's a cycle to this, because when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade, 12, 13, all I needed was 12-year-old, 13-year-old Lauren Tossi in her gym clothes, lifting up her shirt and pulling her shorts down slightly.
Yeah.
That was the picture I had. And I'd come immediately. Like that to me, that was the pinnacle of sex.
Right.
Thank you.
I didn't even. Yeah. No, here's the thing. And then I grew up, and I started getting hand jobs. I started fucking women, getting blown. Coming on asses and faces and tits. And now I'm 40, and I'm back to that. That's all I can really get off.
That's all you can really think
about.
It's
a teenage girl showing me 4 inches of her belly.
Yeah.
Let's go to Florida.
What happens there?
No, and a grown woman blowing me. I'm like, can you leave? This is boring.
Let's go to Greg in Florida. Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Fantastic.
Well, I got a good shit story. It's actually twofold. It's the same day.
Twofold?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a twofold. Well, it was about 12 years ago. I used to drive a truck for a bread company, and I
just like how it got old-fashioned for a second.
Well,
twofold. The next one would be thrice a shit.
Well, I actually have more shit stories, but this is the best one, I guess you'd say. But anyway, I ate something that morning that obviously didn't agree with me. And, I started feeling it, getting the sweats and, getting the fucking goose pimples on your arm. And so I pulled over the truck, went out in the woods, and didn't have anything to wipe with, so I took a dinner roll with me. And, of course, took my shit, wiped with the dinner roll, and as I'm walking back, I saw some squirrels sitting there eating the damn dinner roll.
Wiped his ass with a dinner roll. That's fucking great.
You're a true gentleman.
Dinner roll.
That is... About 30 minutes later, it hit me again. So
they're eating dirt cookies in Haiti. He's wiping his ass with a dinner roll. America.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was silky, better than Bob Kelly's damn water
shit,
flask.
Listen, that could be, wiping your ass with a dinner roll. That is the ultimate. Fucking, that means that we've got 2 years left in this country. That's the end of Rome. That's the end of the French aristocracy.
Wiping your ass with the dinner roll.
Wiping your ass with a dinner roll.
He's very resourceful, though. That's good thinking.
Sure
Sometimes
is.
you're proud of yourself, and it's like, I figured this out.
How do you have rolls and not a napkin, though? Where were you?
You drove a bread truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a bread. Yeah, it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Wait, so you opened the big? He opened the big back of the truck and took out one
doors.
dinner roll.
One lucky dinner roll and never going to make it to the dinner table.
Yeah, and then the squirrels were kind of shaking their heads as they were eating it, so I don't know.
All right, fine. That part I don't believe.
That dinner roll could have been on the table with a family going, thank you, Lord, for these gifts we are about to receive.
How come there are only 11 of these?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right.
You ordered the shitter's dozen. Sorry, Jimmy. You were going for the baker's dozen gag.
Shitter's dozen's funnier. Fucking baker's dozen like an old lady I'm trying to spit out. That's a baker's, is it?
Shitter's dozen.
All right, we're gonna take a break. A baker's dozen is 13, a shitter's dozen is 11.
My dog. Let me just cap it by saying that my dog ate a full shit diaper yesterday. There's nothing. What
the fuck is with dogs?
The worst
What's with dogs?
moment in a parent's life. It's worse than anything that's happened. She ate. Well, she doesn't finish. That's the thing. If she gobbled it up and cleanly ate it, I wouldn't care. But I come home and there's the remnants of a full shit diaper all over the floor, and she's got literally a shit-eating grin and shit in her fucking whiskers.
That was like sushi for your dog.
Yeah,
that was very enjoyable. All right, more shit stories after the break, and
good thing.
And we might have another Stan Meyer situation here, a guy that invented another car that would make us all happy.
What happened to Stan Meyer, by the way? Do we know?
I hear it could be hoax, but I don't know.
What's Stan
It was a real news report, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we'll explain next. We started with this. Here's Chris Berman, uncensored. From earlier, we played this with the bleeps, but now you get it without the bleeps for XM.
When I'm doing TV and I got 18, God damn it. Can't everybody stop for 10 minutes? I mean, everybody seems that that's the only... Everybody can we stick... Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that much to ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate? Jesus.
And you guys thought I was a pain.
I mean, it's so rude. I can't believe it. It's so goddamn rude. Just, why does everyone all of a sudden have to move? I've had 2 fucking hours to move around. Wait 10 minutes. Jesus. I'm sorry to explode my guy, but it's like no one's ever worked on TV here before. Jesus. Sunken under the... What the fuck do they think I'm doing? I actually can't believe what I just saw.
Not now.
It's like no one here has worked on TV before. I hear a dial tone. And there were 7 people. I mean, Jesus. We need to use the studio for 15 fucking minutes. Just everybody, you know.